Hey guys, what's up? Today I just wanted to give you a quick review on my loaded tesseract. I've been riding this for a little bit now, so I think I've got a good idea about it. I want to start off with I've yet to find my perfect dream setup. I think with every board I typically have a good setup that I like, and it's kind of my go-to. With my original Freeride 41, I rid it dropped with Paris 180s and ABEC 11 flashbacks. I started liking orangutans after that. Don't get me wrong, flashbacks are still one of my favorite wheels. But started riding orangutans. This one in particular, I'm trying to get out that flat spot. I don't know if you can see that right there. Yep. So it rolls kind of like an oval right now. But I've yet to find the perfect setup for this board. Right now I've got 44 calibers with a 1/4 riser and some very ovaled orangutan stimulus 86A wheels. My first complaint about the board is it's not the most durable thing in the world. I'll show you that right there. Want the light to adjust. That was like just kick flipping it first try. Didn't really land it, obviously. First time though. This was from curbing it. Again, first time. Right in there. Now a little bit of wood glue and that'll fix that. Feels like it's just the, I want to say, fiberglass layer. So top and curbing it, not the most durable thing in the world, but I want to say it's like a car. You kind of gotta, if it's a sports car, you gotta drive it hard because it's a sports car, or else you're not getting the full use out of it. This is a free ride board. You gotta ride it hard, or else you're not getting full use out of it. I do love every curve on this board. You can see that deep rocker right there that really locks me in when I'm doing some sliding. There are two wheelbases. I prefer it on the widest wheelbase. The shortest wheelbase is closer together, is better for like quick snappy 180s, 360s, but initiating my slide feels a lot easier on the widest wheelbase, and I prefer it that way for myself. I do want to talk about this W concave bar. I don't know if you can see it too well in this, but right about here there's a bar that goes straight down the board. It's not the most intense. It actually ends right about here and right about here, and your feet are generally right in either here or right here. I do a little bit of both. It depends on what slide I'm going for. But it's not the most intense W concave bar, but it makes it super comfortable when you're riding. It doesn't get in the way, especially if you're landing cross-footed. Yeah, I find it very comfortable actually, and I don't know if I could get a board without a W concave bar like this. So this is definitely one of my favorites. Also these 3D wheel well flares. Those things are beautiful. It lets you know where your feet are without even having to look at the board. You can do a quick 360 with total confidence. I also like the fact that they didn't do cutouts right here. I know like the Dervish and the Tantian have have cutouts right about here and then a smaller kicktail. I like it when they do the wheel wells and they keep all that foot platform right there. It gives you a lot of place to land comfortably on your board. Yeah, so I like that. Let's talk about the cork. Now, the cork is supposed to have a small amount of vibration dampening. I find that effective depending on the trucks that you're using with it. Maybe it's just me, but I was riding the Paris 180 V2s, 50 degrees, and I felt a lot of vibration. I was riding the 86A orangutan Kilmers, and then this one is with the 44 calibers with orangutan stimulus. I did ride it with the 86A Kilmers, but I was getting wheel bite and I just wanted to slide test out the board without getting wheel bite and without having to worry. So I threw these ones on there, and these ones are a little bit smaller because I've been sliding them for a lot longer. Except for that little oval wheel, which is really annoying. So that's my only like complaint, I guess. I haven't really quite found the perfect setup, my dream setup for this board. I'm thinking it's gonna be more like 44 calibers and a small either fat-free or Keanu orangutans. The 80A is what I'm thinking it's gonna be, because I like to have a perfect in between. I want a soft small wheel, I want a loose truck with a lot of stability. Calibers give that to me. And then I haven't tried the fat freeze, sorry, but what I hear about them is perfect. So soft, smooth, buttery slide. Yeah, so that's it's not too much I can say that I dislike about the board, except for just maybe like the wear on the edges. I do have another board coming, more of a tech slidey board, if you will, so it'll allow me to get into skateboarding but also tech sliding. It's the 35 Bustin' Yo Face, which is kind of fun to say, Bustin' Yo Face. Yeah, so I got that coming, and I'll have a 50-degree base plate calibers. I did get the bigger ones because I like to swap out my trucks. What I'll probably do is I'll switch the 50-degree base plate and I'll put it on this one, and I'll ride my Kilmers again. And then I'll take the 44-degree base plate and I'll put it on the Yo Face with my orangutan Onsens that are coming with that. And that's probably what I'll do for that setup. And then I think I'll probably have a good in-between carvy, loosey tesseract, but still very stable with these caliber trucks. So that's what's coming on with this board. I really like it. I gotta say, it's definitely worth the money. I think maybe ideally I'd probably like the chubby unicorn a little bit better, just because of the urethane side walls. I can see them being very effective. The little, I guess, handrails, grab rails for your fingers when you're doing an early grab, that might be kind of neat. And then as well as it's just a little bit bigger, I think. It might give me just a wider foot platform. Again, I'm like 6'1", 6'2", maybe. So I think a lot of foot platform is necessary for me. But yeah, it also depends on what kind of riding I'm doing. If I'm doing a lot of technical free riding, I'm definitely gonna want this thing. But if I'm doing a long holdout slide, I want my feet nice and wide. Give me a nice, good, stable, and comfortable feel of the board. This is my dog Isaac. Rude. Yeah. So that's kind of like my predictions for the board and about the new setup. So that's what I like about the board. Those are some things I dislike about the board. Could this very well be the best freeride board? Maybe. I do know I have more experience with a drop-through freeride board, but I wanted to give this a shot. It just, the curves are compelling. You want to give them a shot, and you definitely should. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you liked it. Hope this review was helpful, and have a good day. See ya.